I wanted to share with you today why it is all about elevated emotions of love, gratitude, peace, and many times I'm talking about it, and all those different law of attraction teachers and teachers like Dr. Joe Dispenza and Greg Braden as well. And I believe that if you came across any teacher about how to become your greatest version, we'll talk about elevated emotions. And I came across a book about law of attraction 5 years ago about Esther Hicks. You probably know her. She's teaching about law of attraction, and at that time I didn't understand that how it is that we can feel as something is already happened. For this law of attraction, how can we feel it? How we can embrace. Oh, look at that sun here. Amazing. So how can we embrace those emotions, and why this is so important? But I learned now through the years, through the process, that every time when we are dreaming about something, when we are visualizing something, if we will visualize it without any emotions, it will be just a vision, the same as it will be just a thought. If we will be thinking about something without any emotion. And when we are in certain situations where we don't like to be, we are always feeling some sorts of emotions, and most of the time we are feeling emotions of fear, emotions of unworthiness, emotions of guilt, emotions of stress, depression, anger, and those emotions are not helping us. Those emotions are like feeling us stuck in that situation. And what I want you to know, that if you can feel in those situations worthy, if you can feel abundant, if you can feel gratitude in the states, when you are in the states or when you are the places that you don't want to be, if you can feel gratitude at that time, if you can feel abundant, it will change your life, because how you feel, that's who you become. That's the law of the universe. That's what Dr. Joe Dispenza is talking about. And it is so powerful. If you can feel it, you will become it. That's how we can embrace our emotions. That's how we can elevate the emotions to become that kind of person. Firstly, you need to feel it. Then you will become it. So, how to elevate the emotions of love, for example? If you can think about how you feel when you are in love, but not just with certain person, how you feel when you are doing something you love to do. How do you feel, and where in your body those feelings are coming from? Try to find them. Try to do something you really love and be really conscious about your body. How do you feel, and where do you feel those emotions? I was practicing it on myself when, for example, when I'm painting. If you saw my art, you know that my art is like full of different messages, full of different... I put a lot of my emotions into my art, and many of you guys wrote at me that you can feel it, that you can feel the energy inside my art. And I believe that you can feel it if you are open to it. But if you are stuck in those emotions of fear, anger, and stress, it's hard to feel them. So we need to be open. And everyone who can feel those emotions in my art, that means that is already opened. So I was practicing on myself when I'm painting. I became conscious about how I feel while I'm painting, and I noticed that I feel whole. I feel really in love with what I'm doing, which means I feel love for my life. And that's how I know how love feels for me. So even if I'm not painting and even if I'm not meditating, I can think about how I feel, what I felt while I was painting it, and where in my body I felt it, and I can elevate those emotions anytime in a day I want. So I know this is possible, and I know that you can do it as well. And why I'm doing this videos every single day? Just because to remember you. I can't change you, nobody can change you, but you can be remembered every single day that you can change something on yourself, that you can upgrade yourself. You know, as same as we are upgrading our technology, our phones, computers, and everything, we need to upgrade our bodies, our minds. And how to do it? Embrace those emotions, elevate your emotions of love, peace, abundance, compassion. As Dalai Lama says, that compassion is the main emotion to make us connected, to make this world peace, to to make us feel as we are all one. And a great thing about manifestation is if we can manifest some certain material things in our life, what if we can manifest also love and peace and compassion? If one thing is possible, also other things are possible, and I believe that we can really do it. So if everyone can teach yourself to elevate those emotions, we can change our lives. Not just your life, but also life from the people around you. And that's why this is so important. So elevated emotions are important in our lives because they will change our life. If we can go from the lack, from the stress, depression, anger, to the love, to the abundance, to the compassion, firstly we need to change our feelings, our emotions. And that's why those elevated emotions of love, compassion, peace, abundance, and gratitude will change our life. So I'm sending you lots of peace, lots of love, and I hope it can help you to understand it even more. Blessings and love to all of you beautiful people. Have a wonderful day and say hi to the sun here. Peace.